Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let me give you a reality check. A reality check. You ever heard of living money? Living money? Living money. So, you ever wonder about the dollar bill? The dollar bill? Is the dollar bill living? Is the dollar bill living? George Washington. This is my Jesus Christ theory. My Jesus Christ theory. Everybody said Jesus Christ died on the cross, right cross, left cross. So, and came back 3 days. 3 days later. So, my theory behind the Jesus Christ theory. 2000 and this is 2020. So 2020. Vietnam, vote for Tom. This is 10:31 a.m. 1:30 2020. I'm going for the juggler. I'm going after Donald Trump right now. Elvis. So listen up. He talks about fake news. Well, he's all fake as that can get. So pay attention real carefully. Pay attention real carefully. I was born January 10th, 1/10 of 1978. Well, that's what I say. So, Thomas Michael Johannes. So, how do I put this politically correct? I go by a lot of names. I have a lot of names I go by. So, yes. Fake news. Fake news. You go to the tabloids, you go to Fox News, you hear a lot of fake news. I think a lot. I think a lot of people tell a lot of stories. I think Donald Trump tells a lot of stories. He won't tell you about his taxes. He won't tell you about that he tells you he looks like Elvis. He tells you, but he won't tell you that he is Elvis. So, fake news. So, how do I put this politically correct? So, back in the day, divorce is horrible. Divorce is horrible. I tell you stories about Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was bipolar. I have a book, Crazy Insane Acorn, The Life of a Bipolar Manic Depressive. That's me. And I've been kind of wondering about my family, my own family. And I kind of look at my mother a lot, and she looks a lot like Marilyn Monroe. You know, she's got very similarities. But I never looked at my grandmother, her mother, who is about the right age of Marilyn Monroe. So, fake news. Let's talk about fake news. Let's talk about Hollywood. So, JFK, John F. Kennedy. So, I started looking at my grandfather. Fake news. Now, I've been telling stories about a guy named Roger Wilson. My grandfather died in 1993. So, fake news. So, my grandfather's name is Ernest Eugene Howarth. Well, that's the way we pronounce it, Howarth. You can also say Howarth. What's a Howarth? Then you have the Holy Bible. So everything is very technical in my family. So fake news. The day that JFK died, very interesting. John F. Kennedy. Fake news. The everlasting flame. The flame. Fake news. So where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? Like I said, you don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to fuck with me, and you have really fucked with me. I'm like up to here with fucking with me, and I'm gonna fuck with George Washington. I'm gonna fuck with Donald Trump. I'm gonna fuck with Abraham Lincoln. Fake news. So, living money. Living money. Let's talk about living money. So, Vietnam. Vietnam. America lost Vietnam. So, what was the deal? America lost Vietnam. What was the deal? The Civil War. The Civil War. What was the deal? So, now you have a holy war. A holy war. What's the deal? There's a deal on the table. There's a deal on the table. You know what the deal. You know what the deal is, Elvis. You know what I want. You started it. You started it, Elvis. You know what I want. So, yeah, Elvis, you started it. I don't care about no fucking impeachment. I don't care about no impeachment. So, I've got the picture. I got the smoke and mirrors, Elvis. So, I see the children. So, you want to play ball with me? I don't think you want to play ball with me, Elvis. You're fucking with the wrong dude. I don't think the world understands who they're dealing with. $80 million. I don't care about the money. So, yeah. Yeah. So, it is 10:39 a.m., 1/30/2020. Um, who am I? I'm a nobody. I'm playing out a nobody. I've been a nobody my whole life. My name is Thomas Michael Johannes. And I like it that way. So I wrote a book, Crazy Insane Acorn, the CIA, The Life of a Bipolar Manic Depressive. So, yeah. Yep. I plain and simple. I know who am I. I know. I know. I know. Do you know? Have you figured it out? If we meet, you know how this works? You know how this works? Yeah. 10:40 a.m., 1/30/2020. If I decide to meet any of your children, your slow children, you know how this works? So yeah. So yeah. I am going to keep on rolling with the punches. I am listening to the music. I am watching the movies. Yep. I go to church. I listen. I pay attention. Yep. So, but are you paying attention to me? That's the question. Question of 1993. Yeah. A lot of things have happened since 1993. So, 10:42 a.m. on 1/30/2020. Will I stop? Nobody knows. Where I'm going? Only I know. So, yeah. So, like I said, I wrote a book, Crazy Insane Acorn. I'm writing a book. Let me rephrase that. I'm writing a book. I'm doing these live videos. So, I've been doing these live videos since around October. And my life, I know, has probably been a live video for a lot of people. I've watched The Truman Story with Jim Carrey. I've watched a lot of comedians. Robin Williams, we lost Williams. I've watched his life. I've been dying to see his life story come out. Chris Farley, we lost Chris Farley. It's funny because I ran into a gentleman at Home Depot that reminded me of Chris Farley. We've lost Dan Aykroyd, the Blue Brothers. We've lost a lot of great comedians. You know, life can be very funny, but then we've got presidents like Elvis or Donald G. Trump, Donald Gay Trump. So, who loves to use hatred and use tactics that Hitler used to tear countries apart and people apart and segregate and separate and use his power, against others. So this is what I'm going to do. I've always been known as the umpire, the referee, the higher power meets the eye. So I'm going to give you an option. I made a party, Atomic Temptation Vibration, ATV, the flip-flop party. This is going to be something you have never seen before. This is revolutionary. This is kind of, it's for the next generation. I did it for my daughters. So this is going to be very interesting. So as you know, I look at the Dalai Lama and I see my grandfather, but my grandfather is dead to me. I've never met my grandfather. So I designed this party a long time ago. It was supposed to be a club, but I never really designed the club. So I kind of turned it into a political party, and the atomic part just kind of, I listened to the music and the atomic part kind of came out. So it became the ATV party. It was going to be the MTV party. It was going to be Michael's Temptation Vibrations, but it became Atomic Temptation Vibration. It sounded better. So that's a shout out to Michael Jackson. I still want to know if Donald Trump likes Michael Jackson. Donald Trump, that's my number one question for you. Do you like Michael Jackson? That's an inside joke. So, yeah. I hear the music. Do you hear the music? I don't think Donald Trump hears the music. It's a plane, and it's coming for you. So, yeah. I see crows. I see black horses. So, yeah. What else do I see? Elvis. Yeah. Elvis. What could we give Elvis? We can give him a what could we give him? Let me picture this. Can you picture it? Let's see. I bet you he would probably just like to disappear right now. Oh, wait a minute. We can give him a toilet. Yeah, that's what we could do. A special toilet just for him. Oh, Bill Gates did that for you. He built you a toilet. Oh, that's funny right there. Oh, that's funny. Build you a toilet. Hmm. So, yeah. I would like the Oregon Pioneers. I like a football team. The Oregon Pioneers. I like a baseball team too. A baseball team. You have the Seattle Mariners and the Seattle Seahawks. Mariners and Seahawks. So how about the Oregon Pioneers and the Trailblazers, the Pioneers, and the um, Oregon um, Natives. The Natives. I don't know. We got the Portland Timbers, Trailblazers, Oregon Pioneers, and the Natives. Yeah, that'd be like awesome teams right there. Oregon Roll was the Aliens. You have the Aliens, Oregon Aliens. Awesome right there. We need some more professional teams in Oregon. 10:52 a.m. 1/30/2020. What do I really want? What do I really want? True North Oregon State Community College and University. Or just True North Oregon, True North Community College and University. Told you, I told you, I told you I was doing stuff. Told you. Bigger than you. So, what else am I up to? What else am I up to? Saving the world. Smoke and mirrors. Telling the truth. Showing actors, true actors, what I see. Yeah. Conspiracies. Yeah. What else can I talk to you about? Um, I need to shave. Time to shave yet? It's almost time to shave. Almost time to shave. Almost time to shave. Uh, it's getting warm outside. So I've talked to you about John F. Kennedy, I talked to you about Marilyn Monroe, how I'm bipolar. I wrote a book, Crazy, Insane Acorn, the CIA, The Life of a Bipolar Mental Person. I talked to you about how I look at my mother. She kind of looks like Marilyn Monroe, but she used to sing a lot of songs. And how I kind of started looking at my grandmother. She's about the right age of Marilyn Monroe. So, and then I started looking at my grandfather. He kind of the right age of John F. Kennedy. So then I started looking at people like Roger Wilson, and I started looking at people like Mac Booth, and then I started looking at people like Jackson and people around me. And then I started looking at other people and started looking at. And then I started looking at all the stories about Jesus and how he's going to free people and the lies and the holy 3 days. And yeah, I know all the stories. I've read them all. I'm not a big reader, so I've heard all the stories. I've listened to all the bullshit. And so, yeah, there's a lot of bullshit out there, a lot of bullshit. So, have you figured out where you are in the stories? Have you figured out where you're at in life? So, there's a game called Life. There's a game called Monopoly. And they're very interesting. There's a lot of games out there. I don't play very many games anymore. I used to have an Xbox. I used to have a Wii. I used to have a Sega Genesis, Nintendo. I sold them all because I didn't want my kids addicted to all this stuff. Then you go gambling, and gambling is just like really expensive video games. And then everything's almost like gambling these days. Life's a gamble. I talked to you about myself. When I was born, I was about a 10-pound baby. I was born on 110 of 78. So, Christian 10. So I'm designing things all the time. I'm coming up with new ideas, new concepts. I'm way past God. I'm way past religion. I'm way past government. I'm way past faith and believing. I'm way past all this bullshit. So if you can think outside the box, you can come with me. So that's where I am. I am way outside the box. I'm bipolar, manic depressive. I'm thinking outside the box. I'm way past money. I'm way past, trying to make a buck, trying to be rich. I'm way past. I'm way past all this bullshit. Yeah. I'm not trying to chase a dollar. I'm not trying to. I've never been trying to chase a dollar. It's not been my goal in life. So, yeah. So if you understand what I'm getting at, like I said, when I left the Marine Corps, I was a ghost. If I if you think I'm trying to prove something, I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm done trying to prove shit. I'm done. I spent 10 years at a 2-year college. I'm done proving shit. So I'm just I'm like that old man sitting down on the porch telling stories, telling you a good story, you know, just telling you life's a beach and you figure it out. And you better enjoy the ride. So I listen to the music. Music's okay. I know they're singing about me. I know the church is praying about me. Hey, now they're talking about me. Hey, whatever. So I know who I am. I figured it out a long time ago. So live outside the box. Are you going to be living in 6 feet under in a grave? Or you figured out the grave? I figured out the grave. Yeah. A lot of dead people walking around. Have you figured out the ghosts? Have you figured out this Holy Ghost, the spirits, the future, the past, Christmas past, Christmas future, Christmas present? You figured out Santa Claus? Uh, have you figured out living inside the box? Don't live inside the box. So, if you want to live in Donald Trump's world, Donald Gay Trump's world, be my guest. So, I'm giving you a third option. Atomic, Temptation, Vibration, ATV, the Flip Flop Party. Get your reservation. It's going to change the nation. So, I don't live inside a box. I speak my mind. I tell you how it is. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I figured out most of my family by now. I'm starting to figure out my in-laws. Yep. So, like I said, Jerry Lee Lewis married his cousin. I'm starting to study Jerry Lee Lewis. So, Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm starting to study not Donald Trump. Elvis, whatever. I'm starting to study John F. Kennedy Jr. I'm starting to study that whole messed up situation. I'm trying to study Princess Diana. I'm starting to study that whole situation. You see Harry move to Canada, and that whole situation is kind of messed up. Whatever. So, yeah. So shout out to Harry. Power to you, Harry, moving to Canada. So I understand the whole situation. Me, I say fire! Everybody spreads. Yeah. So you're fired. You're all fired. So yeah. It's 11:04 a.m. 1/30/2020. And yeah, like I said, I'm way past like the stuff I'm telling you is stuff that I'm way past. I'm way past. I'm like working on other stuff already. So trust me, This is a live book. This is just me live. Just I'm working on other stuff. I'm writing my book. So my book's on Facebook, Thomas Michael Johannes. I'm on YouTube, the Lame Duck President, Thomas Michael Johannes. So my friend Matthew Olson talks about cousins all the time. His cousins from inside prison, his cousins. So I think the Dirty South talks about cousins all the time. Cousins. Kings and Queens talk about cousins all the time. I think the Kennedys talk about Camelot. And yeah, I think I'm a living proof of Camelot. I talk about King Arthur and Camelot. So I'm doing something a little different. I'm talking to you. I used to have a friend named Cammy Carpenter. Yes, I was in love with a carpenter at one time. Not a Jewish carpenter, but a Christian carpenter. So, yes, I was raised with a carpenter. She moved away and married a Brock Rayleigh. Yeah, I was between a rock and a hard place. So, Brock Rayleigh. Now, peace out to Brock Rayleigh. He was a good guy. He played some pretty good football too. So, Brock Rayleigh. He's had some. I don't know what he's up to these days. Cammy ended up being a teacher. So, my Camelot. So, yep, that's another story. That's a long story. We got a lot of stories. What other stories have I talked about? Am I missing anybody? My Camelot. Then I talked about my Ruiz. And then my Dobbins. And Ruiz. Sandberg. Who am I missing? Hart. What am I missing? What I talked about? I talked about Headley. Headley was a very interesting situation. Headley. So Headley, I just broke up with Ham. And that was a very interesting situation, Headley. Ham crushed me. And Headley was a very interesting situation. Headley, if it wasn't for everybody else around us, me and Headley might have moved on to better things, but everybody else around us was kind of not all in. We were kind of, it was having a hard time. Our friends and family we were kind of having a hard time separating ourselves from everybody else. That's usually the problem with relationships, trying to separate yourself from everybody else. I've noticed that about most of my relationships. Everybody else gets involved. It's funny, right now, my wife of 13 years now, let's see, got married in 2006. Yeah. This year will be almost 14 years. I can't believe I've been married for 14 years. It's been rough. I'm bipolar, and it's been rough. All her friends kind of spread out. She had a friend in Bend. Few friends moved to Vegas or Henderson, Vegas, down Nevada. And she has friends in Springfield, Oregon. We're up here, Salem, Oregon. So it's tough. She has a few teacher friends, a lot of teacher friends, but it's tough being married to a bipolar. Anybody's been married to a bipolar, it's tough because bipolars see the world differently. And as you know, through my video, through watching me, through the way I talk, we look at people differently. We see what's wrong with the world. We see what's we 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 are very blunt. We we just plain out. Yeah, we 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 don't really care. We don't give a shit. Our medications can make us like zombies, and we hate it. I'm pretty sure most bipolars hate their medications, and they walk through the world like zombies. I mean, yeah, you can enjoy your zombie, but honestly, that zombie is not that real person. So, the real me is pretty much what you're getting in these videos. You know, I'm showing you the real me. This is how I am. This is how I think. I believe in conspiracies. I believe I'm a living conspiracy. I believe people lie. I believe, it's like Santa Claus. There was a real Santa Claus. People lie. Jesus, Mary. There's truth and lies to every story. So I believe there's a lot of lies in America. There's a lot of lies in America. So, yeah, I honestly believe I'm smarter than all these lies. I can figure them out on my own. I can read people. I can figure people out. So, yeah, I can be. It's just like, being bipolar and reading people. Like, there was a Santa Claus. A lot of Santa Clauses, right? But what was Santa Claus really like? Okay. So that's kind of how I deal with it. Then you have this coronavirus. Wuhan coronavirus spreads between people in U.S. The husband of a woman who traveled to China contracted it. Ooh, the coronavirus. Corona. Man, if you drink Corona beer, I bet Corona beer is pissed off about the coronavirus. I think everybody needs to go out and drink Corona beer for the coronavirus. Like drinking the warm and tequila. Yeah. So, yeah. So, 11:16 a.m., 1:30, 2020. I need to go get some lunch. I'm hungry. It's Thursday. I say Thursday, 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 Thursday. It should be Believe in Yourself Thursday. Believe you can do anything. Find Yourself Thursday. Like I said, I don't usually live in this box. I live outside the box. I'm way past all this. So Donald Trump is an $80 million man. He's probably thinking about that every day of his life now. He's probably thinking how he can spend that $80 million. You know, I look at my grandfather and my grandmother nowadays, and I think of John F. Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe. And I think of fake news, and I think about what the asshole is trying to do and how he's trying to split the country and the bullshit he comes out of his mouth. And I try to explain to you what I know and what the shit comes out of his mouth. So, and I look at the country, I look at the economy and how well the economy is really doing and what percent of the economy is actually he's helping. And yeah, I want to, I don't want to build a wall. I don't want to, I want to educate people. I want to, we have visas, we have green cards, we need MasterCards, we need green, yellow cards, red cards. I have a whole bunch of ideas. I want to make a better system. The WIC, the Social Security system, the disability system, the food stamp system. I want to better the systems. I want to, the programs. I don't believe in ICE. I think ICE is a scare tactics. I think that a lot of smoke and mirrors and a lot of scare tactics this country is doing. I think a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers and 20-year-olds need to learn about scare tactics. I think there's a lot of like fake news out there, like he says. There's a lot of scare tactics that go on to scare people into the military or scare people to fight for this country or to go places, to get out of this country. There's a lot of scare tactics to leave certain states or leave certain places so that you don't. It's scare tactics. It's so that you go from one area to another area. I'm doing it. I'm telling a lot of people, the weather here in Oregon sucks. I mean, it's not a scare tactic, but I'm telling you the truth. If you're bipolar, you have bipolar, your mental illness, you have seasonal depression, you have PTSD, you should not live in Oregon. It's not a scare tactic, it's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. The weather here sucks. You should go to California. You should go somewhere nice. You should go to Mexico. You should go to Texas. You should go to Florida. Go play some golf with Donald Trump. I'm telling you, it's not a scare tactic. That's what Donald Trump's doing. He's doing scare tactics. He's using it all against you. There's a lot of fake news out there that's supposed to scare you to go do stuff that you wouldn't do. There's a lot of scare tactics. That's how Hollywood and the military does stuff, so you go do stuff you wouldn't want to do. Trust me, I know. So, scare tactics. Even in boot camp, there are scare tactics in boot camp to do stuff that you wouldn't want to do. So, trust me, I know. I'm living proof. So, scare tactics. So, I'm telling you, the Pacific Northwest, Oregon and Washington, if you have a mental illness, you shouldn't live here. It's plain and simple. The weather sucks. I mean, I'm saying we have great water most of the time. So, scare tactics. You should go to California, go plant trees, go put out the fires, go to Mexico. Mexico's actually probably doing pretty good these days. I mean, there's a lot of scare tactics down there. There's a lot of things going on that's not great, but they have jobs. I mean, there's the car plants and stuff. A lot of people are actually moving to Mexico right now because they have jobs. I mean, if you actually pay attention, there's jobs down there. A lot of people are moving to Texas. I mean, the Texas boom is going to happen pretty soon. That's going to blow up really fast. I mean, but it's just whatever. I mean, whatever. The weather's okay. I mean, go to Florida. Florida, I mean, it's going to blow up over there too. But go play golf with Donald Trump. So yeah, scare tactics. I'm just telling you, Oregon's Oregon, whatever. So the only reason why I'm telling you not to come to Oregon if you have a mental illness, I'm just being honest with you. So I'm here because I was born and raised here. That's just plain and simple. And I know who I am. So it is 11/23/1/30/2020. I always end saying, let's prevent suicide. We've lost Robin Williams. We lost a lot of people. We lost a lot of good, funny people. So I believe it's 899 now. It's a new suicide number, 899. So pick up the phone, call somebody. This is my cell phone. This is my phone. Let's see. I got 3 missed calls. Who called me? Bunch of numbers I do not know. I got the government calling me. Stop telling all the secrets, right? Pick up your phone. This is my phone. I have a flip phone. I'm old school. I don't believe in smartphones. So this is my phone. The government's probably tracking me anyways. Probably telling me to stop telling all the secrets of the government on scare tactics. So fake news, whatever. If you're 19 to 20 years old, stop listening to the government. Do your own thing. And if you're registered for the draft, be careful. Be careful. They can draft you anytime, especially boys. Boys, you're a little slow. Boys are a little slower than girls. They can draft you. They love to get you because of your testosterone. Testosterone. We're going to fight for America. We're going to fight for America. Yeah, we're going to fight for America. Well, you better pay attention what you're really fighting for. Pay attention for what you're really fighting for and who you're really fighting for. All right. So, yeah. It's 11:25 a.m. 1:30/2020. Scare tactics. So, yeah. Ugh. Have I done my job yet? Am I doing my job? Yeah, I'm doing my job. Scare tactics. Fake news. Fake news. Yep. I'm going to rewind the clock. Learn from the past, prepare for the future, live in the present. We got to climate change. I believe in climate change. That's not something you believe in. It's science. I understand. So yeah, climate change and recycle. We need to recycle, 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 recycle. Every second counts. Make that second a minute. Make that minute an hour. Make that hour a day. Make that day a week. Make that week a month. Make that month a year. Life is short. Live it to the fullest. Don't live it year to year. You were born in 9 months, about. So live it second to second, moment to moment. My name is Thomas Michael Johannes. I want to be your president. Maybe. I guess so. I think so. I have bigger goals than that. But yeah. Commander-in-Chief, President, Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America. My party is the Atomic Temptation Vibrations ATV, the flip-flop party. Get your reservation. It's going to change the nation. It was for the next generation. It's going to be a revelation. So then I also have my book, Crazy Insane Acorn, the CIA, The Life of a Bipolar Manic Depressive. I got a lot more coming out. I promise you, this is just peaky little tad bits of information I'm doing. This is a live book. This is live information. Then I am writing my book. Live writing a little bit of everything. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is my thing. Enjoy it. Have a great Thursday. Believe in something Thursday. Do something Thursday. Help somebody Thursday. Get the job done Thursday. All right. Pay it forward Thursday. Peace out. Peace out. Peace. 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 Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop. Peace.